thing.
This photo time thing. Just today it's more camera time. It's the time of the year when everyone wants to sell their cameras.
Oh, make a little money on the side, eh?
No, not me. The manufacturers.
So maybe I should
the
be
people
in
who
the
make
market
them.
for a camera or a lens. I'm not.
I mean,
Really not.
there might be a Leica in it for you.
I'm really.
Aren't you at this point over getting new Leicas? Seriously?
Yes, I'm seriously over it.
Yeah, because that's what happened to me after years of doing this and handling all sorts of cameras and getting loaners and whatever. It just starts at one point. It loses its appeal.
Yeah, I just want to take pictures now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although you're going to make me want this Q3 monochrome. I know you are. So.
No.
Bastard.
I'll tell you why you don't need it.
Yeah, and Paris Martineau is going all crazy about getting a Fuji X100. She for a while she was trying to figure out what she could get, and then somebody told her about the Adobe Experiment, the beta, and she's for a while on her iPhone, and she's been using that for a while, but now, as is always the case in the world, she suddenly has felt the need to buy a camera.
Someone's tearing your house down.
Oh God. I guess I should close those windows. It's very annoying.
Well,
very annoying.
Your microphone is gated quite.
Yeah, I know. It's only when
decently.
I talk. I'm just going to let you talk. I'm going to shut up. And
do you still have any headroom on your fader?
No, it's all the way up.
Oh, interesting.
I could talk louder.
Oh, okay. Maybe
that might help. I'll shout. But I know, I hear that. It's so annoying. So annoying. What happened to the... I thought I opened all the photos, and instead all I have is your news. Let me do that again.
But you do have my mail.
Oh, yeah. And I've been, clicking, but nothing has been happening. That. Yeah, I see a tab. That. Okay, and then the photo news. Yeah, that's a ticket one. Oh, that's a dark news. 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Oh, and I'm just noticing that I didn't give you any links for those cameras. I apologize.
Oh, that's all right. I can find them. I have...
Further down, there will be links.
I have the food.
And we do not have a single question. No one wants to ask anything.
PTQ, tftts.com/PTQ. I will solicit questiones. Okay, let me think what's going on here.
You want to add your screen first?
Oh, good thinking. That's a good idea. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, screen share. Yeah, okay. And then full chat. I'm just looking at what we got. We got your main.
Yeah, let's just remove the... I'll just keep it in.
Yeah.
There we go.
Thank you. And we were in pre-show. Oh, this is good. All right. So you got it all set up.
Oh, hold on. Okay, now it'll work.
Okay. You got it all going on.
Oh, I didn't remove Chris out of here. Let's take Chris out of here.
No, don't take me
What's
away.
going on? Mother. You got too many people crying. Brother. All right, are you ready?
I
Mr.
am ready.
M. Hello, all you wonderful Club Twitters. A happy season of greetings of the season to you all. Yes, it's snowing out my window, and I've got the Christmas trees lit, and you know what it is? It's photo time. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, I bring you Mr. Chris Marquardt, our photo guru, photographer extraordinaire at discoverthetopfloor.com. Chris, did you do your holiday markets?
Yes, I did.
How'd that
the Black
go?
Forest. The Black Forest with snow on the mountains turned into the black and white forest because pictures tend to be very, very monochrome with that kind of a setting.
That's
it was
true.
Good. It was
Yeah,
nice.
but learning how to shoot snow is important. You don't want
yes,
gray
it is.
snow.
And learning how to shoot different kinds of pictures of Christmas markets is an interesting skill.
Do you have
too.
an album of any kind?
I do not. No, I'm sorry. I'm not prepared in that respect. Too many
Well, you
other
just got
things
back.
going on.
You just got back.
Yeah.
I mean, it is the holiday season. I understand.
Well, it was fun. It was fun in Freiburg, in Colmar, which I mean, they now have the Christmas markets like scattered around the cities. It's just like you walk and there's a little market here and there's a new little market there and there's another one. It's a cool little experience.
Cool. That's nice. And you're back home and you have
and the food
and the food. Schnitzel and sausages, Schnitzel und Wurst und Kartoffel.
More like the Black Forest cherry cake.
Cherry cake. What is that? Kirschtorte?
A Schwarzwälder Kirschtorte. But it's different than the one that you might get where you are. So
that's why you got to go.
Here they put a little cherry schnapps in it. You
know? Oh!
Yes, they do.
Bing. It's just that little touch of angel dust.
Tiny little bit.
Woo! Well, hello, club members. I'm glad you're here. We do this every month with Mr. Marquardt. We have a photo assignment. We have photo news. We don't have any damn questions. Now, maybe all your questions have been answered. All your prayers have been answered. Maybe you have no queries for us. But if you do, or if one comes to you while we're talking, go to tfttf/PTQ. Now, I know that's a lot of initialisms. Tips from the top floor, TFTTF, tipsfromthetopfloor.com/photo time questions, PTQ. See, it's easy. It all makes perfect sense. You could just leave a question there, and if there are any at the end of the show, we'll get to them. What do you do for the holidays? Do you have a Tannenbaum, a Christmas tree set up, and all of that?
We do have a little Christmas tree, but it's made from wood, and it's like shaped wood, and it's stuck together, and you can take it apart and put it away and bring it back out. And we've stopped
slaughtering pine trees,
killing trees for
no more
Christmas.
Pine tree slaughter.
At least in this house, we have.
We don't either.
We are reusing the one we have.
We bought a very nice artificial tree, which we set up every year. It's tall. It fills the room. It's beautiful. Has the lights already on it. Saves quite a few marital spats. We put the ornaments on it, and Lisa has a lot of little decors, little Santas and stuff we scatter about. I turn the house lights out front red and green. That's all I do.
The thing I still need to get from the basement is the box with ornaments shaped as Kodak brownies.
How fun is that?
We have an entire box of Kodak brownie ornaments.
That's cool. I like that. And then what is the tradition in Germany? Is Christmas Eve the big time? Is Christmas Day?
Yes. No, it's Christmas Eve. That's when kids typically get their presents. It might be different in other parts of Germany, but I think most German kids go Christmas Eve, and then Christmas Day, Boxing Day are more the food-centric days, and you hang out with the family.
Sounds lovely. What, out of curiosity, do they still celebrate Krampus? Do you even know what Krampus is? Yes, or is that an American conception of what a German Christmas is all about?
I never saw it or came across it anywhere in the wild here in Germany, wherever I was. I think it's more towards the Dutch border in that area.
Okay. We've already passed Krampusnacht, which is December 5th, apparently.
Yeah. If they celebrate it, it's only in very small pockets, I think.
Krampus is a monster. If you have Saint Nick, who's a good guy, but Krampus is the bad guy. And one of my favorite holiday movies is actually a horror film featuring him.
we had Saint Nicholas and his helper called Knecht Ruprecht, which is also a bit of a scary guy, but to scare the kids, but nothing anywhere near Krampus.
You have to have the carrot and the stick, I think.
That's what they told us when we were younger. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Anyway, happy holidays to you and Monica. I hope you have a wonderful holiday and do something fun and eat some lovely things. So many of our American Christmas traditions actually come from Germany, like the Christmas tree. So I think there's a kinship. And of course, we all sit around and watch that silly British show with.
No, you don't.
No, we don't.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
Do they still air that?
I haven't. Yes, they do, but I haven't watched it in ages. I found it funny when I was
when you're a kid.
And
it's funny.
Then at one point it became a bit of a tradition, and then it faded away.
Yeah. Well, I am so glad to see you as always. This is a tradition that's been going on since 2005 or something, so forever and ever and ever. Our Flickr group is going great guns thanks to our wonderful moderator. Renee Silverman keeps track of everything, keeps everything in order. And, just looking at the group, it's kind of amazing. It's even though it was started, I think, in the Tech Guy radio show era, it's still going strong with tens of thousands of members, and we just love it. So thank you to all of our wonderful members. And we have some submissions to our photo assignment for the month, which was, as you could see, Spacious.
The Spacious assignment.
In fact, we got some nice images. It looks like 10 images from our listeners, Doug and Andy and Dave, and I'm sure Demi Lente's in there somewhere. Whirlman, Greg, hiya Greg, Dustin. No Demi Lente this week. So
I can't find him.
Yeah, no Demi. Well, I guess they're getting new cameras or something. So what Chris has done is gone through this lovely submission of Spacious photos and picked 3 for our delectation. Where do you want to start today?
Yeah, let's start with Doug Burba's photo. Spacious. You take a wide-angle lens, you point it at a road that goes into nowhere with not many other features, and you end up with just a lovely, spacious photo. In this case, it's even more spacious because it's a snowy road, and it just doesn't have a lot of features, the color palette is reduced. There's just the snow and some hint of vegetation coloring there, but it's mostly like beige, and the rest is black and white.
This is what you were talking about on the
and now imagine
safari.
This with really dark trees and white snow, so the contrast is even harder. But yeah, that's the kind of thing you get, and it is spacious because there's nothing on
trees.
The picture that will. There's one tree on the right.
The road goes forever on. Yeah,
but it goes on, and the fog in the distance makes it just disappear into nothing, and that extends it even more in your mind. So it's infinite.
Quite beautiful.
I like it.
Thank you, Doug. Yeah,
a lot.
I always like to look at the. He says "Country Roads" is the title, which is a good title, and I'm going to guess this is in the U.S. It was with a Pentax K200, which is kind of cool. 55 millimeter on the zoom lens, and beautiful f10, ISO 100. Very nice. Love that. Thank you, Doug. What else?
Well, next one is by Andy Thrasher, and there's another method, just kind of the opposite, to make things feel a bit more spacious, is when you don't show everything. In this case, it's not fog hiding things, it's the darkness. So
this one I can barely see this one.
Yeah, he writes a lit alleyway in East Austin, space to run away from the night as a title. I like that. I like a good title.
It is eerie.
But it's an alleyway. You don't need a lot of information to see what it is. It's an alleyway. There's some overgrowth, some vines over some of the overhead wires, the light shining down. You get a bit of this volumetric light where the light gets reflected. The cones of light are visible because they get reflected at probably humidity in the air. So only a few drops of spots of light that illuminate the scene, that give it shape, and then the rest is hidden in the dark. And this and the picture, looking at it on the screen now in front of a black background, you don't even notice that it is a vertical picture. The right and the left are not part of the picture, but it just extends into that.
It trails off.
Yeah. So I like that too. It's kind of the opposite from a brightness point of view, but it's wonderful. It's
really
minimalism
really nice.
in a different kind of.
And it's also monochrome in a different way. This is East Austin, Texas. Let me see if there's any EXIF information. A Panasonic G97. Nice. 60 millimeter lens. So it's kind of an almost normal lens, 5.6. Very high ISO, though, which makes sense because it was pretty dark. Pretty dark.
And then there's one more way to show things as spacious, and that's the next photo by Ron Hikes 816. Coney Island is the title.
This is great. This is fun.
It's one of the photos that this is exactly down my alley. This is okay. What we see is some booth. It's closed. You see some fixtures behind it, some buildings behind it, and a really simple, good way to make the size of something very clear is by putting something in that you can relate to, and that's a person on a bike wearing a yellow jacket. So it's a magnet. It's a visual magnet. You go there with your eyes because it's bright. It's yellow, and it's the only person in the picture. So you want to look at it, and that gives the whole picture size. Gives the whole picture relative size, and the person is just a very tiny part of the picture, but it's so important to bring everything else into the space.
I like the positioning of the person and the spaciousness of the sky. He used a lot of sky, almost half the photo is sky. I also like the whimsy of the closed restaurant in the background, Salt and Sizzle.
and the cardboard lighthouse behind it. It's just a wonderful scene. It could
really
be
great.
If it was a bit more pastel, it could be from a Wes Anderson movie. It's very like straight on composition, very geometrical. Very
I love the shadow
clear.
From the bicyclist. That's really interesting. This is beautiful.
And you have the shadow of this light pole just pointing at the bicyclist.
Oh, that's what it is. Okay,
is kind of interesting.
Yeah, nice angle in there. This is like a painter would compose this. This is hard to see, in the instant that the bicyclist is passing by. So well done.
It also feels extremely deliberate because the lines are straight. You have the verticals are vertical. They're not. Like the camera is very straight. If the camera pointed slightly up, the verticals would close in on each other perspective-wise. That's not the case. The vertical lines are parallel to the edges of the frame. The horizontal lines are vertical. This is a super straight-on shot, which, by the way, it is not even too hard to do in post today if you're not exactly straight on. Most software will allow you to correct the geometry to kind of straighten it out.
Nice.
And this is very nice. This gives it a very planned kind of feeling.
Yeah, you almost feel like the photographer has been sitting there with his camera on a tripod just waiting for somebody to
I'm pretty sure that's exactly what happened.
Thank you, Ron. Coney Island. Really nice image. No EXIF, I don't think, on this, no.
And very spacious.
Yeah, but it's it almost it feels like almost a medium format shot. It's got so much detail in such a large frame. Thank you, Ron. Thanks to all of you. Wonderful submissions. Now you know what comes next. After we do the submissions, it is time to go to the fishbowl and get a new word.
The fishbowl.
The fishbowl.
Here it is. Here it is. Oh, I like this one too.
Geometric. Have we done that? I feel like we might have done that. You don't throw things back in the bowl. Okay.
I don't throw things back in the bowl. We've done solid, delightful, classic, seasonal, balanced. We've done balanced.
We did in July.
My picture of the kitty cat.
We did geometric in July?
Yeah.
I feel like we did.
No.
Because my picture of the kitty cat, maybe you put 2 geometries in there. I mean, it's such a good word, I hate to say.
It could be. Okay.
Do you want to go back to the bowl and try something else?
I'm going back to the bowl. I'm going back to the bowl.
I feel like we did it. I don't know. Maybe the chat room can.
Yeah, let's. Oh, this is okay. We have not done this one for sure.
Yes, glamorous.
Glamorous.
Oh, I want some glamour photos.
Let's do glamorous then.
Glamorous. GLAMOROUS. To spell it correctly, glamorous. Not so easy. Not so easy.
Now, the real art is to shoot something, to make a picture that shows glamorous in a vicinity that might not be glamorous. Maybe that's
yeah, let's not do the obvious. Somebody in a ball gown at the Met Gala. No, that's too obvious. So the way that this works, we are going to send you to Flickr. So the thing to do, first, the way that works is you've got to take pictures. Start taking a bunch of pictures. And then once you've got something that you say to yourself, and maybe you go out each day looking for glamour. I don't know. But when you do get to that place where you say, "Oh, this is glamorous," I'm going to go back to the Flickr group. You upload it to Flickr, which is a free photo sharing site, flickr.com. You're going to tag it. That's really important. TG Glamorous, GLAMOROUS, so that we know that is your submission. And then you, once you tag it and it's uploaded to Flickr, you can then submit it to the Tech Guy photo group. You'll know you're in the right place where you see 14,000 members, almost 8,000 photos. We've been doing this since November 14th. No, that's today's date. We've been doing this since 2005, I think, maybe 2008, a long time. Renee Silverman, our wonderful admin for so many years. Thank you, Renee, for the job you do. We'll welcome you into the group and we'll say thank you for your submission. Remember, 1 submission per week. They need to be new photos illustrating the concept glamorous. And I want to get more than 10 pictures in our photo pool this time. So everybody, take a glamorous photo. A glamorous picture could be all kinds of things. All kinds of things. Thank you to all of you who submitted, and let's get glamorous. Now, the other thing that we often do during this show is the latest camera news. And you said you're going to stimulate my gas.
Well, I don't want to, okay? So I know you have enough cameras. I don't think you need any new cameras.
Gear acquisition syndrome. Yeah. It is the foolish notion that all you need to become a better photographer, nay, a great photographer, is the right equipment. I can tell you, as somebody who spent many thousands of dollars, it has not made me a better photographer in any way. Nevertheless, I tremble.
But it's the time of year. It's the time of year when the manufacturers want you to spend money on their new cameras. Yes. So they're bringing them all out in the last month or two before the end of the year. So I just want to go through a couple of them, 3, maybe 4.
Okay.
Canon R6 Mark III.
Now they call this a hybrid. What does that mean?
That's a very good question.
It's something they invented.
Well,
it's a full frame mirrorless.
Photos
That's
and video,
good.
and it does video very well. So they have a 32 megapixel sensor in there, a really good in-body stabilization. They all do nowadays. A fast CF Express slot for fast video. The autofocus has been a bit better, and it does 7K video, which
so that's really what they mean by hybrid, isn't it? That means
probably
this is both a still and a video camera, and that makes sense from Canon because they have a whole cinema line of cameras, as well as their 5D, which is a still camera. So these are models, I guess,
and they're leaving some of the really high-end cinema features out of these cameras that are more geared towards still photographers. But again, with these cameras, you can take amazing video. If you don't shoot 7K but 4K, it does oversampling from the 7K video, so the quality is really crisp and good.
Let me just check in on the price here. Oh, it's actually
$2,800.
Not bad. $2,700.
Not too bad.
That's less than I would have expected. I mean, the 5D was more than that.
A term that you see more and more with video cameras is open gate video. If you're old enough to have shot on film, open gate pretty much just means use the full space of the negative. In this case, the full sensor without any cropping. That's what open gate means.
Okay. Is that good or bad?
It's good. It allows you to use more pixels if you need them. You often have like a 16:9 crop or a 4:3 crop, and that always loses you some pixel on the edges.
This is a relatively low megapixels. I mean, look, 32 is more than anybody needs.
That's huge.
But I have
to
more
what we had
many
20
of
years ago.
Yeah, I understand, but there are cameras out now in the 40s.
They are, but 32 is fine. Come on, that's plenty for all.
And there are advantages to that too, because the pixels are larger if you have fewer of them. Right?
Well, the pixels are larger. Your entire infrastructure that where you save your pictures and back them up again and so on doesn't have to be as big. Right. There are lots of advantages. Do not go with 60 plus megapixels.
No.
And it's plenty for 99.9% of the things you might use that for. So 32 is fine.
Anthony Nielsen says he bought a camera in the middle of the night on TikTok. Anthony, you should. What did you buy?
It was the not quite Osmo Pocket 3.
That's
extra
different.
Muse.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
That's different. That's kind of really a camera.
It's a camera. It's a camera. No gatekeeping. It's a camera.
Okay, it's a camera. But it's more about the stabilization and all that. Yeah.
So the Canon R6 Mark III, it's mostly a video upgrade. It's got a pixel upgrade from 20 to 33 megapixels, and the CF Express slot that it has is like much faster than before, and it's needed for the video. Or
is that the new standard now for?
We'll look at some other cameras, and the CF Express slot will come up more. You can. I'd say a CF Express slot is typically 10 times faster or more than the SD cards, the equivalent ones.
Right.
So
and you do need it for video,
if you want to shoot 7K, 8K, maybe even RAW, some of these cameras shoot RAW now, you have a whole lot of data that needs to go on the card. And CF Express, I mean, it's still more expensive than SD by the megabyte, but honestly, when I looked at it recently, not really like 10 times as expensive, maybe twice as expensive. So it's not a huge difference in price.
And it's a single slot, right? It's not a dual slot, or is it?
The camera does have a second slot for an SD card. So it has CF Express and SD. And
so you might back up to the SD.
There's a whole story about that because at least for some manufacturers, the compact flash, the CF Express card is super fast. The SD card slows down the saving to the CF Express card. That's the case on, I think, some Nikon models.
Okay. I like having dual cards.
This gets very detailed.
Because then you have some choices. I often mostly when I shoot now, I shoot RAW on one card and JPEG on the other, as opposed to having duplicates.
And that's what makes sense in this constellation, for sure. If you
Yeah.
want to save 7K video to the SD card, you might.
That's a mistake.
It might be too slow.
Yeah.
Possibly.
Now, this is bundled with a new lens, a 45 millimeter lens, which is interesting.
It was announced at the same time, and it was a kind of an interesting beast because we're looking at a 45 millimeter 1.2, a prime lens, no zooming, an STM motor, which is the stepper motor, which is not super fast, but actually, this one seems to be quite fast. The interesting thing is you get a 45 1.2 for under $500, and
So
that is a really good price for that.
it's a
kind of
little
lens.
unusual. The f1.2 is fantastic. That's very fast.
It's very bright, yes.
And any lens under $4,000, $5,000, that's probably as fast as you're going to get. 45 millimeters is an interesting focal length. Normally, you think of 50 as the normal focal length, so it's not quite wide.
The normal focal length is defined by the diagonal of the sensor. So if you measure the diagonal, that's kind of the image circle, that defines the normal focal length. And if you actually take the diagonal of a full frame sensor, it's much closer to 45 than is to 50. So 45 is more of a normal lens than a 50, to be honest.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay. So maybe
I
that's
think
why
it's
this
around
came out at the
43,
same
if I'm
time
not wrong.
as
Yeah.
the new R6, because the R6 goes all the way to the edge. So you need to use all of those pixels on the sensor, you would want a 45 millimeter lens, right? Does that make sense?
No, it depends on the image circle. Any lens needs to be able to project a big enough image circle. The image that comes from the lens is circular. And
okay.
Doesn't matter the focal length, it has to be big enough in the camera to cover the entire sensor.
cover
So
the square or
focal
the
length is
rectangle.
not, it doesn't really have to do anything with the image circle.
This is an
But
RF
yeah,
mount,
45.
which is the new Canon R mount.
Yep.
And we should mention that $2,800 body for the R6 does not include a lens. So you're gonna want to get a lens if you don't have one, an R mount
Right.
lens.
And for those who switched from a previous mount, from the EF mount to the RF mount, this lens is in image quality is kind of comparable with the EF 50 1.2. So it's not an
which
L
I have, which is an
class-
excellent lens. That's a wonderful
Right,
lens,
but
and it cost me
it's-
3
it's-
times as much.
It's not L class super sharpness, but
Oh,
it's a
okay.
really good price for
Okay.
a lot of light. So
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah.
close focus distance, 45 centimeters. It's quite long.
Yeah,
Yeah, about that.
half a
So
meter. That's a foot and a half. That's a lot. Yeah.
it doesn't focus very close, so it's not a macro lens. But hey, it's still a good lens and a very bright lens for the price. All right, next.
You haven't. I haven't dipped into my wallet yet. I'm happy to say. I'm relieved to say.
Oh, and the next one, I think we can skip that, right? The Q3 monochrome.
Oh, you can't
Leica.
skip that. You're just teasing me now. You're just being mean. So I, as you know, use a Q2, and I've been long tempted by the Q3, but I don't need a Q3 in any regard. And these are not inexpensive cameras. These are much more than the Canon.
$7,790
Whoa.
for a
But
Leica Q3 monochrome.
Oh, now they haven't offered a monochrome up to now, right? They usually do with all of their bodies eventually. They don't do it right
That's new,
away.
yes.
So the Q2 that came out, then the Q2 monochrome came out a year or two later. Same thing with the M11 and the M11P. This is very tempting to me because I've long wanted, and we talked about it last time, a monochrome camera. This is a camera
was
that
the-
cannot shoot color. It does not shoot color.
And that's cool, but it also makes it harder to shoot because you end up with no. If you want to change how, for example, how
Look at
dark
that.
the blue sky is, then
Right.
you'll have to use color filters. You can't just
So pretty.
change it after the fact.
I love their body design. This actually looks more like an M series than it does like a
Yeah,
Q
they have
series.
no red dot. All the engravings are black or gray. They are like
so
all other
nice.
black and white Leicas. They are very toned down, very
Yeah,
inconspicuous.
which is good.
60 megapixels. You can
See what I'm saying?
optionally,
This 32 doesn't sound like so much now.
well, you can optionally shoot 36 or 18 megapixels raw.
yeah.
ISO goes up to 200K, which is one stop more than the non-monochrome Q3.
And that is one of the
Because-
benefits of the monochrome is brighter. Right? It's
Exactly.
a stop brighter. Yeah.
It is a stop brighter because there's no Bayer area, no red, green, blue filters in front of the sensor that take light away. They make what reaches the sensor darker. So you end up
This is so
with more
tempting.
light. And
Now
you
this-
need the color filters if you want to modify
Oh, look.
how the gray distribution happens in the picture.
Oh,
That's
that's interesting.
like if you want to do Ansel Adams very dark skies with bright white clouds in them, that's when you would use an orange or a red filter in front of the lens. So
Red is
different
the
kind of
contrast
photography.
channel. Yeah. So
And one thing that with RAW I always need to emphasize is RAW means if you're overexposed, it is overexposed on a monochrome camera.
right. So
Right? You cannot
shoot
save overexposure.
you shoot to avoid clipping in the high,
Yes.
but you might want to go right up to that point so that you get more detail in the
You
dark.
can. I mean, the picture that you're showing right now, that window seems overexposed, and that is on purpose.
Right. you
So
can get more
if it's
detail
on
here.
purpose, if you want that in your picture, then
Right.
that's baked in. There's nothing you can do about that.
There's no detail in there. That's it.
One interesting thing that the Q3 monochrome does is it has content credential support, which is
So that's something that Leica first put in the one I have, which is the M11P,
yes.
and it's a digital signing. So it is. You can verifiably say this picture came from this camera,
And it has been taken by a human and
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
generated by an AI. That's it's a trust measure. It
Yeah.
helps build trust in
I
the
like
photo.
that. Oh, I wish it weren't so expensive. Because I would love to have a monochrome. I don't want just a monochrome because there's so many times you do want color, but
Well, creativity grows under restriction.
Yes.
So this might be for some people at least that might be the ticket for a creativity boost.
Lisa, if you've been thinking of a Christmas present for me, this would be nice.
I could send you one of those Kodak Brownie ornaments. It looks
Yeah,
almost the same, and
that's
you can
close.
hang it on the tree. And
I really could never justify this because I in fact have a Q2 color Q2, but I love my Q2. The advantage of this compared to the Leica rangefinder cameras, it has a very fast autofocus. It has a light meter. It's a modern camera. In fact, it's a very I think a very good focal system, a very fast focal system. So you can set it full auto, but you don't have to. Mine has a macro ring, so it does get a little bit closer than the M series, which you really can't get very close on. I don't know what the minimal focal length is on this, but I'm sure it's better than 45 centimeters. Anything else to say about it? Shoots DNG, it shoots RAWs.
It's a good camera. It's an expensive camera.
It does shoot
28
video,
millimeters
although
f1.7.
nobody buys
no
these
one
cameras to
shoots
shoot
with that,
video,
no.
really, but it does shoot video, unlike my M series.
My suggestion is if that's something in your price range and you're really interested in it, go and rent one for a month or for a
Right.
couple of weeks, just to wrap your head around what the Leica thing is about, because a lot of people don't get it or won't get it, or maybe it's not even there.
But this isn't quite like the true Leica experience because it's not a rangefinder. It's got an EVF. You shoot with the EVF. It's not an optical.
It's a
viewfinder.
different beast, but
It's more like a regular
it's-
camera. It does have a
yeah.
mechanical shutter as well as an electronic shutter.
but you will have to kind of adapt yourself a bit to the camera.
Yeah.
It's
a great
especially
camera.
if you've shot with I don't know, Canon or Nikon for forever. That's you have to retrain your muscle memory for sure.
And it is a fixed lens. It's a 28 millimeter f1.7. No other choice.
Yes.
By the way, the macro goes to 17 centimeters, that's a decent
That's closer.
macro. Yeah,
That's about
it's a little ring on my Q2 that you turn. It's good. Yeah.
this distance.
It's the shaka distance.
This is 17 centimeters. I measured it.
Oh, that's nice to know.
That's my built-in yardstick.
That's very handy.
Yes.
Oh man, how much you say? It's $8,000 basically.
Yeah, it's slightly under 7,800 roughly. Yeah, it's slightly outside my budget range. Maybe the next one, only $2,900. Sony A7 IV.
Now, this
Mark
is interesting to
V.
me because I had, until I kind of went all in on Leica, been a Sony shooter, and I still use Sony FX cameras for our studio and Sony lenses, and I have a lot of very nice Sony lenses, and I have an A7. Is it 3 or 4 body? But this is the new one, the A7 V.
So it's taken them 4 years to come up with a successor for the A7 Mark IV.
Which is good. I like it when they're slow.
This one has, well, and be honest, most of the time you don't need a new camera. You just want a new camera.
Right.
So this is a 33 megapixel full frame, a partially stacked sensor, same resolution as the Mark IV. It's almost no shutter, rolling shutter. Like the readout of the chip is really fast.
That's kind of what the upgrade is if it's not an upgrade in pixels.
Well, in-body stabilization is good. ISO 50 to 200, and the processor is much better, and especially in one respect, it's much less hungry. You get much longer battery life, and that is a thing with mirrorless cameras. In this camera with one battery, I think you get 630 pictures when using the electronic viewfinder. You get 730 when you use the display. Compare that to the Canon R6 Mark III, you get 270 up to 510 on the display. The Panasonic S1 has 310 and 350 pictures. So the Sony is really fast. Video, 120p 4K, 60p 4K, oversampling, no open gate. This is this weird word again. You can't use the full sensor. I don't really think that's a big issue. It doesn't record raw video, doesn't do any 6K, 7K, 8K video, just 4K.
Don't get it as a video camera. They actually make a video camera, the 7S.
But it's plenty for most people. If you're not a professional producing high quality stuff,
right?
Even that you can do high quality stuff.
I like having video on my camera because I like to intermingle video with stills for a photo album and things like that. It just makes it, if you ever want to put together a
it's
slideshow.
Amazing if the cameras have that for sure.
Yeah.
And they also have a dual slot, one compact flash, one CF Express, and one SD UHS 2. But the CF Express is a dual slot. It can also take an SD card.
Oh, interesting.
So you could have 2 SD cards in there. That slot is, it works for both. And
this doesn't tempt me as much.
2,900. I'm not a Sony shooter, but I used to be a Minolta shooter when I shot film, and then Sony bought Minolta.
Yeah, these are Minoltas, aren't they? Really?
Well, not anymore.
No?
I'd say they bought it when Minolta was digital, and they used the mount, and so there is some heritage there from Minolta, but. A lot of things
Sony
have
has
since
a lot of technology. If you think about it,
yes, they do.
The sensor in the iPhone and many camera phones are Sony sensors. They are, in fact, in many other manufacturers' cameras. They don't like to talk about that.
They are the most important sensor maker for sure. They have a lot of amazing technology there.
Yeah.
Yes, they do. That's it with the cameras. Next one is a PSA. if you have a Fujifilm X-E5,
Yes.
check your strap attachments because they can fall off.
That's
a potential
not good.
issue. There's a potential issue with the lug attachment. It might loosen. So
That's terrible.
they say it's only been identified in less than 0.1% of units that were shipped. They will provide a free inspection and repair services for the affected products. And to determine if the thing is loose, either contact the nearest Fujifilm customer service center or wiggle them and see if they come off. Chances are they won't. And to be honest, when I saw this, I first went, Fujifilm. But then I thought, hey, they're open.
At least they're saying
proactive with it.
Yeah,
they're saying it. They're not trying to hide it.
Yeah.
I've seen other issues with other cameras where the manufacturer was denying there was an issue, maybe because they didn't want to be liable. Here, Fujifilm is doing the right thing. They tell their customers, hey, careful. You don't want your camera to fall. It's probably not going to happen, but check it. Good. So, good.
Yeah, and you like these cameras. You like Fujifilm.
Oh, Fujifilm are amazing cameras. Yeah. They feel almost like if you come from film, a Fujifilm is probably a good idea. You have great emulations in there for different film stocks. Fuji had and has a lot of different kinds of film stocks, Velvia and Provia and so on. And I know a lot of Fuji shooters who went Fuji and never left. They just went with newer models because they fell in love with the haptics and so on. So,
what's the lens mount? Is it their own proprietary lens mount?
That's a good question. What does Fuji have? I don't shoot Fuji, so
yeah, I don't either. Paris Martineau is looking for a camera, and she's kind of fallen in love with the X100. But I think that one is built in. That lens is built in.
The X mount.
X mount makes sense.
It's the X mount. So they're not sharing a mount with someone else.
They have their own thing. Yeah. Well, it looks like I bought a Fujifilm in 2011 X100. I don't even remember it.
Oopsie.
I wonder if I got it as a gift for somebody. That's interesting.
They're quite beautiful.
They're really, really pretty.
I like the design a lot. I like how they look.
Yeah.
And speaking of...
You know what else I once had and I loved?
What?
My old Pentax. My K100. What a great
Pentax is one of these really traditional camera makers who deliberately... Well, they are the inventor of the prism. Prism on top of your camera.
The mirror that goes chunk chunk.
Not the mirror, the thing above. So you
can shoot through the top. You could see through the top.
In a single lens reflex in an SLR, the light comes in, gets reflected up 90 degrees up over a mirror, the one that flips out of the way, and then goes into the prism, which turns the picture around and towards your eye.
Wow.
And it's called the pentaprism because it's a weird shape.
And that's the pyramid shape on top of many cameras.
This is the weird pyramid shape on cameras that is nowadays used to put like EVFs in. But it's still, this shape is still there. And Pentax are the ones who invented it. And the other thing that they invented is, of course, their own mount, the Pentax K mount, and that has just turned 50 years.
Wow.
They introduced that in 1975, in June in 1975, and it's been around for 50 years. And it's a really interesting thing because you've seen other camera manufacturers change their mounts. The Canon had, 3 mounts in my lifetime. Now it's the RF mount.
I don't understand why they do that. They don't make them better. They just make them different. It's like you have to buy all new lenses.
Yes and no. Of course, it's a good opportunity to sell you new lenses, of course. But they also changed the size of it and to enable them to build different kinds of lenses.
I understand when you go mirrorless that you might want to change the mount. That makes sense. And then also these mounts have to have electronic connections now, which is different.
Yeah, most of them over their lifetime had that added in. And the K-mount, the Pentax K-mount, is a mount that has been around for 50 years. It means that it is fully backward and forward compatible.
It's possible to do it, yeah. Well, that's true of the Leica L mount as well, right? The Leica L mount is probably even older.
The M mount.
M mount.
The M mount? The L mount?
I can't remember what the Leica mount is.
Anyway, the K mount is you can take a lens from 1975 and you can bring it onto your latest Pentax mount, Pentax camera, and put it on, and it works.
They do have an L mount and an M mount. That's the problem. The L mount is the original bayonet.
The M mount is the M is original.
M is original. Okay. The L is for the SL. I got it. Yeah. Okay. And there was a T mount. This is what I hate. That's what I hate. The original Leica mount was the M mount. No, the M mount was introduced in 1954, so it is 75 years old. Almost 70 years old. The M3, and I presume my M camera still uses the M mount. I don't know.
I don't read.
Let me see. M11, MP, M10. Yep, the M11 uses the M mount, even though it's a 60 megapixel. So that's the point: is you could keep these mounts going a little bit longer, maybe.
Yeah, but I think it's in some respects similar to like the plugs on your computer.
I guess
USB
I bought
a USB-C.
I bought some old Leica lenses when I had my, I bought that M3 film camera that is as old as me, which I still have, on your recommendation, I might add. And I still have the 50 millimeter 50-year-old lens that I bought for it. It's, for a film lens. I think it's a little moldy, so it's not quite as, or maybe it's just the technology is not quite as good. It's not quite as crisp. But they're cheap.
I mean, that's the nice thing with older lenses, especially if you shoot a mirrorless camera. You can always adapt something something older to a newer camera.
You said before we began that this is the season when people sell their old equipment as well.
Well, you'll see a lot of used equipment too. So if you go
this is
to
a good time to
one
do
of
that,
the resellers, yeah, definitely. All right, I have two more interesting things, two DIY projects that I came across that are if you're a tinkerer, if you want to like really get deep into the weeds, here's a gigapixel camera that someone built from a scanner. Now,
a billion pixels?
A gigapixel camera, 3.2 gigapixels. A picture that is 80,000 by 40,000 pixels in size.
That's
and
crazy.
It's not a new concept. A scanning camera. What we're looking at is not a sensor of that size, but a scanning line that scans along that picture. And these things have been around for a while, like DIY projects where you take a scanner and then use the mechanics and the electronics and the motor of the scanner. What this guy did, Yannick Richter, he took a sensor from an Epson V series scanner, a flatbed scanner, and the sensor in a scanner isn't the bright light that moves across the glass. What the sensor is much smaller. It is only like an inch or two long, and what you see, the thing that scans your paper or photos on the glass, that line is just catching the light and then projecting it into the belly of the scanner onto that line, and that line has 12 lines of CCD sensors on it. And what this guy did is he completely reverse engineered this system. He talks directly to the CCD line. He moves it. He has a motor in there. He built a touch screen in there. This thing is a medium format camera, so it shoots on a relatively big surface. He gets raw information from that line of
Look at
of
it. There it's
pixels.
going. He's got to be on a tripod and hold it still very steady.
So the slight
You better
issue
not
is that
move.
it's kind of not really the right camera for street photography because
No.
it's more for studio or architecture photography because
Right.
a full scan at full resolution takes 30 minutes.
What?
So, yeah.
That's
So,
worse than Matthew Brady. That's not people in that one.
I mean,
Wow.
if you take the resolution down, you can move it faster, so it might only be 10 minutes, but still.
What do the images look like though? Do they actually look
Very
good?
good. Yeah, very good.
There's a
Here's
lot of
an
detail in
example.
it.
This
Yeah.
is an example. The one right above. Those are photos, and you get like scroll down to the there we go.
This is one of them. Oh, I see. So
well,
this
this
is a blow up of this.
Exactly, that's the
So
resolution.
there is a
you get
lot
from
of
this
detail.
camera.
Holy camole.
So, well, again, 3.2 gigapixels. The whole thing was just 570 euros in materials,
Nice.
plus months of time to reverse engineer everything. But what a project!
So
Now,
just
again,
take
you need very
pictures of-
patient subjects.
Yeah, 30 minutes. Somebody who can sit still for 30 minutes. Not me. That's neat.
Next-
Petapixel has a story. That's a great story. I love it.
Next DIY project. Do you remember when the mouse for a computer had like a mouse ball in it?
Oh, yeah, of
that would
course.
Mechanically, you push this, and then there was little mechanical encoders that would sense the motion and so
Right.
on. That's very easy to understand how that works. Do you know how an optical mouse works?
No idea. I just know that a light comes out of it. Must be a light coming out of the light, bouncing onto the surface and then bouncing back into.
Right.
A camera.
But what? It's a camera.
Yeah.
There is a camera in your mouse, and in another DIY project, someone took that camera and made it into a proper camera.
What?
So we're talking about a resolution of
That's
30 by
crazy.
30 pixels. 30 by 30 pixels, 900
it's
pixels.
not what you would call high res. Although the original, it's not very. the first digital camera I had was 1024 by 768. This is worse than that even.
This thing, but it does 16 gray levels, so you get something usable out of it. It's from a grayscale resolution. It's
That's
better than a
hysterical.
Game Boy camera.
People are so funny.
But the fun thing is he did really intense reverse engineering on this, because normally the processing of that video, or your mouse doesn't output video, it outputs a direction and speed,
Right.
like which way is the mouse pointer going, what coordinates does the mouse pointer have. That's what it outputs, because it does all that processing on the chip in the mouse. It doesn't output an image. So he had to find out how to talk to those pixels, how to read out the sensor, the 900 pixels, and make it into
I'm impressed.
a picture. And he made this into a little, like, he printed a case, he put all the electronics in
It's
there. If you
pretty
scroll
nice.
down, you see some behind the scenes images in the thread. It's just wild. There's an actual camera in there. I didn't know that it was a camera that had like 30 by 30 pixels.
He says it took him 65 hours, which is actually
Yes.
less
He's
time.
good.
Less time. Yeah, he's good. It's less time than I've spent on
He's
some of my
good.
advent of code problems. So that's impressive. That's very
He's
impressive.
very good.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing. He
And
says
the
the Project Itch got him.
yeah.
Last story.
Last story, and that is also very cool. Have you ever put a cardboard cutout of something in front of your camera, like an aperture?
No.
We used to do this with like a little black piece of cardboard and cut a little star shape in it.
Oh
and
yeah,
then
you get like
put
Christmas
it straight in front of the camera, and then you get Christmas lights in the bokeh. Like the bokeh will turn that shape upside down. Next is a guy, and this is just a link to his YouTube channel. If you go to the shorts, you'll have a lot of different lenses that he builds with different shapes, and one of them, or a few of them, are actually spinning apertures.
Oh my
so
goodness.
Imagine you have a little aperture, a slit aperture, and a motor. And he shows the build process, but the picture that comes out of it,
look at it,
is just wild. If you look at the bokeh that comes out of that.
Oh yeah. Oh look.
Now watch. He's not turning it yet. When he turns it on in video, you'll see what it does. In some of the videos, he shows the actual video. And it's hilarious because it's so wild. The whole background goes bonkers, and the part that's in focus does not, and that's interesting. Try a different one. There must be.
Here's the other rotating filter. Let's see if this has some.
Let's actually rotate. There's a metal one. If you find the one that he made from steel.
Like that?
That's not it. That's not it. No. It's a slit. That's not it. Keep going a couple more, and
he's done quite a few.
Keep going.
Look at that one. Look at this one. Holy cow! This guy's nuts. This one?
I think this one you might be able to see some video out of that. Oh, that one. That's the one. Yes,
it's a slit. He's got a motor, little gear.
He's got a little like ball bearings and things and.
Oh, it's smooth. That's smooth. This guy loves doing a little mechanical engineering for himself. That's pretty cool.
It is very cool, and this one will show you the results of that, because the bokeh in this case, the slit-shaped aperture, the bokeh goes slit-shaped. It goes like long, but if you rotate that. While shooting video, the bokeh rotates as well, and that's the weird thing. This is just the weirdest thing I've seen. You could probably use this
for a still, you would just
movie.
see slits, but with a video, you'd see kind of a moving bokeh.
It's just the first time I'm seeing a moving aperture. Which
look at that! What the
crazy.
what?
It's so crazy.
It is. It's fun.
It'll give you nightmares.
Yeah, I could see Wes Craven going, "Hey, let me
put
try
that in a horror movie.
in my next movie."
Yes.
Wow! Look at that one. It's a spiral. I think Alfred Hitchcock used that in Rear Window. So the stills are just kind of interesting bokehs, but the movies are where it gets really wacky.
Yeah, I think he started with the one that you just looked at. I think that was the first one he did with motion.
This one here, yeah. Very interesting. So his name is Lens Vision with an E.
Lens Vision.
Lens Vision, yeah. And there's a lot of shorts, but there's videos, and there's also quite a bit of stuff of how he does it, which is pretty cool too. Lens Vision.
And all nicely compressed into a YouTube short. So
yeah. Once
wild
again,
side of photography.
You've compressed an hour's worth of material into 58.5 minutes. What are we going to do for the rest of the show? Do we have any questions come in to tfttf.com/PTQ?
We do have two questions.
Oh, thank you.
First one is by Demi Lente.
Hey, where have you been, Demi Lente?
They write, we are attending Anime Los Angeles next month. It's a conference, and usually January's skies are overcast, which is great. Last year, the sun was super bright, and some of our midday shots were very harsh. What can we do or buy to reduce the harsh light of midday light, especially when you can't control the environment? We tried turning them, but then the shadows in the face were odd. That would be my first instinct. Either move them somewhere where there's shade. If you can't control that, then turn them around so their back is towards the sun. That means their face is in the shade. Of course, if the sun is overhead, difficult. But if the sun is at an angle, that's the best thing you can do. You can place them with their back towards the sun and adjust accordingly, adjust your exposure accordingly. And worst case, have some overexposure in the background, but at least you get the faces. That would be my suggestion.
Yeah. That's the age-old trick. Just turn them around.
The other thing, if you're Hollywood and you shoot a movie, then you have some people with you that have big diffusers that they hold up in front of, in between the sun and the people.
They flag it. Yeah.
But we were talking bed sheets or bigger, so probably not. I mean, you can buy that, yes, but.
Demi, you hold it up. Lenti, you take the picture, and then you
either
swap.
that or use a flash and fill in the shadows in the front. That might also be an option, but then you need a stronger flash.
I bet you will get some glamorous photos from them next month. And you said you had 2 questions.
Well, the second one is by Margie asking, we found a point and shoot at Costco from Minolta. Didn't they fold, and that is what became Sony? We are interested in this because it looks pocket friendly, but we can't find the focal range. It references 16x zoom, but what does that mean? 50 to 200? Question mark. So there is a $150 Minolta autofocus 4K Ultra HD selfie camera, the MND23. And I don't really know because I don't think Minolta made it. I believe that sounds very much like a brand deal, like a
It's like when you bought a Packard Bell computer, or if you buy a Polaroid anything.
like the Minolta brand is still worth something. Someone owns that brand, and they will sell it to you for a product, and you put their name on it. Kodak is an example right now.
Right.
There's lots of Kodak hardware out there that is from brand deals. We've seen this with so many different brands that are not really around anymore. So the name, I mean, it might be a good camera. Don't get me wrong. It might be a really good camera. Chances are, maybe not. Go test it. Check it out. I don't know. Can you test cameras at Costco? Is that possible?
Doubt it very much. Go to a good camera store. Then you ask them and they'll know. Good question is where do you find a camera store? Yeah.
150 if the camera fits. Intriguing.
I'm sure it's a Chinese knockoff of some
probably.
kind.
What is the return policy?
Oh, they're very good at the big box stores. They're very good. So that's how you try it. You buy it, bring it back. You usually have 30 days.
Might be a way to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Minolta doesn't exist as a manufacturer.
Yeah, you're right.
Anymore. Not as a camera manufacturer, at least.
If you have questions all month long, you can leave those questions for Chris at tfttf.com/PTQ. We'll answer them next month. Next month's assignment is glamorous. Ever so glamorous. Take a picture illustrating the word, the concept, the idea glamorous. If you like it and you think it's a good one, upload it to flickr.com. Tag it TG Glamorous for Tech Guy Glamorous. Submit it to the Tech Guy group. Renee Silverman will thank you. You can do up to 1 picture a week for the next 4 weeks. And we will then have a photo review in roughly a month with Mr. Marquardt. His website is discoverthetopfloor.com. Nothing in English right now because he's not doing any English language workshops. But there are quite a few German workshops if you're in the Hanover area.
Things.
Yeah, there's lots of stuff. And you do that Kloster Abbey every year. That's really cool. That's coming up in the spring.
Yes.
I think that's a really neat thing. And then there are workshops at the Viewfinder Villa that you can take as well.
Yes, we do them here. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, with Monica and Chris. There they are. Chris's books on wide-angle photography, film photography, available also at his website, Discover the Top Floor. And he is here every month. We will set a date, put it up in the Club TWiT Discord so that you can be here next month. Submit your images. We'd love to see them, the glamorous images. Chris, thank you so much. Have a wonderful holiday.
Thank you.
We will see you in 2026.
Looking forward to it.
Wow. Thanks to our club members who make this possible. Of course, these shows are club events. We publicize them in the Club Twit Discord and stream them live for the public, but then put them in the Twit Plus feed, which is available to club members only. Though a month later, we make them public. So if you're patient, you can always watch these episodes a month later. But you know what? The best thing to do would be to join the club. If you join the club, then you can watch, you can listen, you can participate, you can chat in the chat. Our club is a very important part of our enterprise. It funds everything we do here. Ad-free versions of all the shows. Right now, through Christmas Day, there's a 10% off coupon for an annual membership. Maybe it'd be a good gift for the geek in your life. Twit.tv/clubtwit. Find out more. There are lots of benefits, but mostly the benefit is the good, warm feeling that you're supporting content that makes a difference in the world. We like to think that's what we're doing anyway. That's your way of casting your vote. Chris, have a wonderful holiday.
You too.
See you next year on Twit. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Very nice. Timed to the minute.
Shall we pick a date?
Yes.
Perfect. 16th would work for me.
I don't.
16th.
I see no reason not to do it on the 16th.
Okay.
I will be here. I'm not going nowhere. All right, good. We'll see you on the 16th,
Awesome.
everybody. Thanks,
right.
Chris.
Thanks, Chris.
Thank
you
you,
all you viewers. Oh, the Minolta
Have a
Trademarks
happy
is
new
at a
year.
Sync is owned by JMM Lee Properties, a brand licensing company. So there you go.
Yeah.
And
That's
who
how it
knows who
goes
makes
these
it
days.
because it's not JMM Lee. They just license it.
What's going to happen to the Twit trademark in
Yeah.
50 years?
If you can buy a Twit camera, do. Because it won't be me.
or maybe there will be a Twit podcast network, or
There might.
something.
Well, I'm hoping that
a
will
knockoff,
survive
not
me.
Chinese
Chinese
knockoff. Twit.
knockoff. It'll be all
network. How
done
about
by
that?
AI. All right, everybody. Thank you for being here. Oh, they also own Bell and Howell and Coleman Lanterns. Wow. What a world. You can't trust anything anymore.
No.
Have a great one, Chris.
You
Take
hang
care.
tight for a second, Leo.
Yep.
Thanks, Chris. And end the streams.
End the streams. We'll see you Sunday. We got a great twit for you. Ian Thompson, Jason Heiner. It's going to be fun. We'll see you then.